Now, I'm a big fan of the Kirby games, and since the new Kirby game, Planet Robobot, is around the corner, I thought, why not talk about it? There's one very interesting new thing in the upcoming game, a mech suit which Kirby can use. Now the thing I'm wondering is, are there mech suits in real life, like the ones we see in the game, and how do they work? Well, this might actually surprise you. Look at it! It's Kirby in a freaking mech suit! This stuff looks straight out of Avatar or something. You remember that film with all those blue monkey, human-like aliens with tails and the humans wanted to kill them and all this stuff and... whatever, it's not important. We're here for something else. The Robobot Armor, a powerful mech suit that allows Kirby to scan certain enemies, copy their abilities and augment them into powers called modes. Before Kirby enters Robobot Armor, it retains its grey appearance from when the Invader Armor was controlling it, or from when it was found. When Kirby enters it, the armor transforms, becoming pink, gaining a default star-shaped insignia on both its arm, and adding a Kirby-like face on its front. The color and design of Robobot Armor changes when it takes on different modes. Robobot Armor is a durable suit that takes a low amount of damage from most enemies. It is also very powerful, as it's able to lift, punch and destroy heavy objects and enemies that are otherwise impervious to attack. The Robobot Armor also has a wrench which you can use to move platforms, turn cranks and activate other devices. Pressing X allows Robobot Armor to scan an enemy and take on a mode based on that enemy's scan spec. There are 14 modes that Robobot Armor can take on, each with its own powers and abilities. However, it cannot truly fly without the jet mode, and its size prevents it from entering certain areas. Now first we have to find out how power armor works. For example, its strength. How can it be so strong that it can lift almost anything? Well, this brings us to the Exoskeleton, a wearable mobile machine that is powered by a system of motors, pneumatics, levers or hydraulics that allow for limb movement, increased strength and endurance. Now let me briefly explain how it works, because it's fairly easy. An exoskeleton is essentially a second body. It has muscles like the ones you see here. These are called pneumatic air muscles, so they use air pressure to, for example, lift things. The exoskeleton's bone structure are commonly done using inexpensive and easy to mold materials such as steel or aluminum. However, steel is heavy and powered exoskeletons must work hard to overcome its own weight in order to assist the wearer, reducing efficiency. The aluminum alloys used are lightweight, but they fail through fatigue very quickly. So that's why engineers move to progressively more expensive and strong but lightweight materials such as titanium and carbon fiber. And don't forget, it also has a motor or power source, which kind of symbolizes our heart and body in general. So as you can see, an exoskeleton is some sort of a more powerful second body. It has joints, a power source, muscles, nerves in the form of electrical wires and sensors, and way more. And after the exoskeleton is finished, you can add armor or any other handy gadgets, and the finished product is what we see in the game, a fully equipped mech suit. Now Kirby's mech suit probably uses an engine as a power source. This is because of the two exhaust pipes. But what's most amazing is the copy ability. But sadly enough, that just doesn't exist, so we will not use it to compare to real life mechs. So now we know the basics of how power armor and mech suits work. Now we can finally compare the Kirby mech suit to real life versions. I found two possible candidates that would fit the Kirby mech suit in a lot of ways, and they're also very cool. Now we start off with something that the United States Army has been working on for quite a while. The Exos 2, a second generation robotic suit being developed by Raytheon for the US Army. The company publicly demonstrated the capabilities of the exoskeleton for the first time as its research facility in Salt Lake City in Utah in September 2010. The robotic suit increases the human strength, agility and endurance capabilities of the soldier inside it. The Exos 2 uses high-pressure hydraulics to allow the wearer to lift heavy objects at a ratio of 17:1. So it increases your strength 17 times. This allows repeated lifting of the load without exhaustion or injury. The second generation Exos 2 robotic suit uses light materials and is also 50% more energy efficient than the Exos 1. The exoskeleton is expected to weigh about 95 kilograms. It utilizes a combination of controls, sensors and high-strength aluminium and steel. The Raytheon Sacros robotic system can take on the weight of a payload on one foot through the powered limbs. The wearer can lift about 200 pounds of weight for long periods of time without feeling the strain. The soldier wearing the suit can walk, run and readjust to keep the payload off the wearer, even upon stumbling. The exoskeleton is robust and allows punching through 3 inches of wood. It is also highly agile and does not bog down the wearer while climbing stairs, ramps, using a punching bag or kicking a football. This would fit the mech suit from the Kirby game perfectly, since it's also small, compact, agile and strong. The only thing this suit doesn't have is the outer shell from the armor plates and gadgets, but that's because it's still in development. This suit also runs on a motor and uses fuel, just like the one we see in the game. They are planning to develop a fuel-carrying backpack for the Exos too, with custom hydraulic servos for providing endurance of about 8 hours. But the suit in the game is still a little bit different. This suit covers your body, while the suit from Kirby is more something you sit in and pilot with controls instead of just walking around and doing your own thing. Now for our second candidate we have 2 similar robots, one made by an American company and one by a Japanese company. In one corner we've got the cruder but larger US Megabot at 15 feet tall and 6 tons. With a rusty finish it rolls on tank-like tracks, can hold 2 pilots and fires giant paintballs at speeds up to 100 miles per hour. As you'd expect, the mech has only one purpose, bringing video games and science fiction to life. The mech concept first appeared last year in a failed Kickstarter, but was eventually completed with the help from US software giant Autodesk. In the other corner is Sudobashi's Heavy Industries more polished Kurotas robot, weighing in at 9,000 pounds and standing at a lesser but still insane 12 feet high. It packs a giant BB gun rather than paintballs, has wheels instead of tracks and can hold a single pilot. Now these robots are way bigger than Kirby's suit and less efficient, but they're still very impressive. And even better, these robots are going to fight. Can you imagine these 2 robots, one arena, the fight of the robot giants? And this will happen somewhere in 2016, so keep your eyes open for that. But getting back to the subject, the suit doesn't really fit the one from Kirby, since they are huge and not very agile. So these 2 wouldn't really fit. But as you can see, there are real life mech suits out there, and some are even similar to the one we see in the new Kirby game. And who knows, maybe within 10 years we'll all have a mech suit for our own. Whoa, you watched the entire video? That's great! Click on the annotations on the screen right now or in the upper right corner to watch more videos. And why not subscribe? Then you won't miss a thing.